Hey, hey, vlog time! It's the 24th of January and it's Friday. Yeah, it is. Happy Friday, everybody. Today is a motivational video. It is for the people that need a bit of oomph, that need a bit of pushing, that need a bit of love and support because it's now the weekend and you're going to be your amazing self. If you need a little bit of loving, keep watching. So, a little principle that all of us tend to forget about, we genuinely can be anything that we want to be. Now, I know people like to say that all the time, like, you can be whatever you want to be, just reach for the stars, boo. You can do it, girl, boy, yes. But like, actually, by way of example, I used to be the type of person that said that I can't do maths, I'm forgetful, I'm not that type of person, I don't know how to run a business, I don't know how to problem solve. I could give you a list of things that I said that I wasn't. The biggest one was I'm not good with people. I don't know how to talk to people. I'm not a people person. I don't understand emotions. I'm not an emotional person. I'm a logical person. That was my biggest thing that I identified with. Everyone identified with me as a logical, facts only, workaholic. My therapist told me that I speak like a memo. It was dire. So, I'm here to tell you that all of that's a lie, and the only reason why you say that you're not that type of person is because you're used to it. When you were a kid, you created a habit unconsciously of being a type of way after trying to be many types of ways, and found that you're better at being a particular type of way, so you just chose to focus on that. Survival mechanism, that's all that was. And then as you grew up and became an adult, you focus more and more and more on what you can do and got more and more evidence on the things that you can't do, simply because you just chose not to focus on that because it was just a little bit more harder for you. That's it. So last year I embarked on a journey of learning how to be emotional and talk to people. Fast forward 1 year later, and we are miles different to how I was a year ago. I'm having conversations with people easily. I'm genuinely interested in talking to people. I'm not scared of walking to a room where there's lots of people. Groups don't bother me. I'm connecting with people on levels that I would never have thought that I could have connected. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. So the biggest thing to remember is yes, you can be anything you want to be. You can change your identity or personality. Everything is changeable. Nothing is permanent. You can change it. There are scientific experiments where people remove parts of your brain and your personality completely changes. It's not a coincidence. All that means is that you need to learn how to use particular parts of your brain and create new neural pathways to be the way that you want to be. So, understand that you can be anything you want to be. Period. You want to be a maths genius? You can. You want to be financially smart? You can. You want to be business owner? You can. All of these things that people are, they are consisted of skills. They're consisted of skills only. In order for when I, started playing the violin, I was told that I was tone deaf and that I was born with a violin out of my eye. my A-hole. Okay? I was the most unlikely candidate to play music, and yet I surpassed 100% of my peers, and I was one of the best in Australia by the time I was only 12. So what happened? I honed in on the skills that I needed. I had terrible pitch, so I spent hours and hours and hours every single day focusing on how to develop my pitch. I had, sight reading issues, so what did I do? Spend hours and hours and hours every single day. I'm not joking, every single day, non-stop, no break, focusing on sight reading, which is when you pick up a piece of music and just try and play it. Most people struggle with this. I did too. I became a master sight reader, so I could pick up any piece of music and just play it, pretty muchly more or less how it's supposed to be played. Phenomenal skills. So, step 2, after you realize that anything is possible, you got to choose what it is that you want to be, the skill that you want to, increase. Let's say, for me, I'm really bad at maths, right? So mine would be, at the moment, my identity is I can't do numbers, I'm bad with numbers. So let's change that. Yes, I can. I just don't have the skills to do numbers yet, because I didn't study maths because I was a musician, so I don't know how to do maths. So now that I've chosen that I want to be a maths person, I want to be a numbers person, okay? Step 3 is, what do I need to do that? What skills do I need to become that type of person? Well, I would probably need to learn the basics of maths, like multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Not saying that I don't know how to do that, but you would need to start there. You would then need to learn the next steps, the next steps, the next steps. What are the, foundations of maths that I'm going to be using in business, in life, everything. And then after I figure out what those skills are, I need to practice them every single day and not give up until I'm proficient in those skills. Now, this is where most people stumble, because something like I want to be better at maths is easy. You just problem solve, literally, until you know how to do it. It's not that hard. It's pretty black and white. But what about stuff like, I want to be a risk taker? Or, I want to be a more positive person. I want to be a positive person. The problem there is that it's not something on a piece of paper that you can tell that you're good at or bad at. This is a very internal dialogue, and the hardest thing about these parts, these personality shifts, are that you have to force yourself to prove yourself wrong. Because remember, you think you are a, let's say, negative person. So whenever a situation comes up and you try to be positive about it, your brain is going to convince you that you shouldn't. And it will come up with pretty logical reasons for why you shouldn't be a positive person in a situation, because you can get hurt, because, it doesn't make any sense, it would be smarter, blah, 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 blah. So your job is not to listen to that. And it's going to feel so uncomfortable and so not okay for you, because it goes against your entire identity and everything that you know and think. That moment right there, you forgetting and not listening to that part of your identity, and then going, you know what, I hear you, but I'm going to try to prove myself wrong, and I am going to do this crazy thing, being positive, and see what happens. And essentially you're just going to jump off a building and then hope you'll land. That's what it's going to feel like. Every time that you try and put this new personality change into practice, it's going to feel like you're jumping off a building and hoping to God, or whoever you believe in, that you'll land safely and won't die. Because it's going against your survival mechanism, it's going against your identity and everything that you think that you are. So, you need to do that enough times to create a new neural pathway, so that your brain is like, oh, that was a fake danger. Oh, right, I can get rid of that now. but that takes time and effort. And when I say time and effort, I mean every single day you need to be thinking about this thing daily. You need to be putting it into practice daily. And you got to pick yourself up and you got to realize when you are straying away from your new chosen personality or way of being or identity. Once you've done that enough times, for me, it took a year. It literally took a year. A year, guys, of every single day trying to get into it, okay? One whole year of every single day trying to understand emotions, trying to understand people, trying to talk, building and building and building on the skill. And I'm still nowhere near where I want to be, but 1 year later, that's how long it took. So, understand it's an extremely slow process. You can do it, but you need to be persistent and you can't listen to your brain. You just got to blindly follow your goal and hope that it'll work. And then you find evidence to start proving your goal. And then Bob's your uncle. You're going to be trying to do it more and more because you're like, oh, wait, that's right. This is actually working. So I'm just going to keep building even more now that you've got that reinforcement. So today's little motivational tip. A, you can be anything you want to be. Absolutely, because it's just a matter of changing some neural pathways in your brain. B, choose. You have to actually choose, after all consideration, choose what it is that you want to be. B, C, apparently I can't count. C, maths. C, figure out the skills that you need to work on, to learn, so that you can become that way that you want to be. And D, stubborn persistence to achieve your changed result. Simple, guys. 4 steps. You can do it. Choose, research, and implement. That's it. You got this, guys. Go kick some ass. I hope you enjoy the long weekend. Australia Day Monday. Be safe. Be awesome. Be you. New decade, guys. It's time. See you tomorrow.